Hi, students. Welcome to BA 130, Introduction to Spanish Bilingual Interpreting. My name is Professor Lillian de la Torre. I highly encourage you to see my welcome video for more information on this course. In this particular video, I'm just going to review the syllabus and go over some of the features here on Canvas. So this is a more lengthy video than my welcome video, okay? So here, the first thing for you is to click on syllabus, which I've already emailed to you in Word and PDF. So you click here in the syllabus and you can download it. It's here available for you to download, and also you have it here in case you need to review your assignments. But I'm going to start with the most important thing, which is this is an online 16-week class, asynchronous. We do not meet. Okay, this is just on your own pace, but all the assignments are due every Sunday for every module. Another very important thing are the weights. So 20% of the homework on the grade scale, they're worth 20% of your grade. Your exercises 15%, your discussions 15%, the quiz is 20%. And your final is 30% of your grade. Now for the quizzes, there's no surprises. If you're already taking my other classes, you know that I provide study guides for the quizzes with all the material that is going to be covered. Late work policy, life happens. So please, let's leave the line open of communication. That's one of your questions in the syllabus quiz, because I know there's still a lot of people affected with COVID. Myself, I had COVID 3 times. I've had many students that have been affected, and also their families. So please, or for whatever reason, anything extraneous that you're going through, please make sure that you communicate with me so that you do not fall behind in your class. Now, do students get an A in this class, a B, or, a really good grade? Yes. The majority of my students, a very high percentage, have an A in this class or a B. So who are the students that are not able to pass or get a lower grade? The students that do not keep up with the weekly assignments. That's the reality of it. So students that fall behind and get into the habit of not replying, which is my pet peeves, not replying to your classmates, you're not going to get the full grade in a discussion. So you pretty much fail, even though you have an amazing post, because it is worth 200 points. And if you have an amazing post, but then forget to reply to 2 students, you're going to get 0 for the reply. So you're only going to end up getting half of that grade, which is an F. So it just pains me. That's why it's my pet peeve when I see that students do not participate in the second part of the discussion. So get into the habit. And the reason that we're very strict on that is because this is an asynchronous class. This is our way of showing that we are having interaction in the classroom. It doesn't matter if it's in an online classroom, right? Because we do not see each other. But that's why we're communicating. The discussion is for you to express your point of view. We talk about different topics. Your post doesn't have to be lengthy. It's not something that is going to be dreadful. This is your opportunity to share with others. We want to learn from each other. What do you know about this topic? What do you think? We want you to use your critical thinking skills. I want you to be able to articulate what you've learned or what you already know so that we can learn from you as well. So this is a requirement, and I want to stress that you do need to participate, because it just pains me to see amazing posts and then the person does not come back and reply to 2 classmates. And it's the same for all the classes at Santa Ana College. All the assignments need to be submitted in Canvas. I never open not even one assignment that students email me on or send me here in inbox, because I cannot upload for you. So my requirement is that because we do a lot of writing, this is an introductory course. I'm going to go over the objectives right now. We do a lot of writing. So you do need to be fluent in both Spanish and English. This is not a Spanish beginning course. This is not a Spanish grammar course. You already expected to know the grammar and the syntax in order to be successful in this class. Don't worry so much about the accents. I get that asked a lot, but I don't know the accents. It's okay. We have Word and Google Docs that pick up on that. You learn them, okay? So you just do need to know the rules, and you learn them as you go. Very important is that if you do not have access to Word, you do download the Microsoft 365 that SAC offers to all students for free. If you do not have a laptop, get one. Use your resources that the college is giving you, okay? Because they have those on loan. Very important, that you know that I do not take anything else but a Word document. The reason being is that I grade with my iPad pencil and I cannot mark comments or grade or mark an accent or correct your grammar if you send me a PDF. It's not editable. So it doesn't allow me to write on it. So the way that I can provide feedback to you is if you submit a Word document. So I've limited all the assignments to just Word docs, except for some that if unless otherwise told. Okay. The very important dates to remember, especially if you are exploring different classes right now. I had a situation where a student is like, well, I just enrolled in so many classes and then I forgot to drop them. The drop date without a W is February 25th. You are going to get a refund if you drop by that date. If you do not drop by that date, you will not get a refund. Now, the last day to add a class is also February 25th. And the last drop date, please keep this in mind, with a W, which does show on your transcript. Without a W, does not show on your transcript. With a W, does show on your transcript, is May 12, 24. So what happens for students that do not show and do not participate first week of class? Per business division, I will drop you on the next Monday, February 19. I will be dropping those students. What happens to students that have 2 weeks of no attendance, no participation? I will also drop you. If it's before this date, then you will be dropped without a W. But if after February 25th, you disappear from the earth, you're not participating, do not communicate with me, I will drop you if you do not participate in 2 weeks and you have excessive absences. Per my division, I am required to do this. I will drop you with a W. Okay, before May 12 or after May 12. So, one more thing also very important is for you to consider, do I want to stay in this 16-week class or do I want to go, am I very savvy, do I feel comfortable going to an 8-week class? Because my classes are max, both BA 130 and BA 131 are max. So I am not taking any with people on the wait list. They open extra sessions with Professor Cesar Vargas, which is an outstanding professor that has years of experience in interpreting translations. So if you think that you're going to do better, because I see a lot of familiar names in both classes. So if you think you're going to do better with one class now as a 16-week and another class as an 8-week class, please consider moving to an 8-week class instead of taking so many classes at the same time. Only if you think you can, because it is very fast paced and you're going to cover a lot of material in 1 week. It's still the same material, it's just condensed. Okay, so I'm so excited you're taking my class, but I want you to do what is best for you. If you think that, oh my God, I'm taking legal interpreting, the medical interpreting, BA 130, BA 131, all are 16-week courses, then maybe you do need to consider taking one of them or 2 of them as an 8-week course if you have experience, because it can be daunting to take an 8-week class if you do not have experience in a fast-paced class. We want to set you up for success. That's why we open additional sessions beginning April 15th. So have a very truthful conversation with yourself. I know a lot of you are very overachievers. We're very competitive. I'm so excited. But at the same time, we need to be realistic. Do I work? What's my work schedule? Do I have kids? How do I balance my life and work and school? So please keep those things in mind. Okay, so again, if you do not attend for 2 weeks, you will be dropped with a W or without a W if it's before February 25th or after February 25th. Please open line of communication. Let me know if you have any situations. Again, I was affected with COVID 3 times. Life happens. So line open of communication. Let me know if you're going through something so that we can work on you submitting your assignments. For BA 130, here is your schedule of assignments. This is a more introductory course versus those of you that are taking concurrently BA 131. I take it up a notch and I expect you to write more. So here you're going to have is the same format for all my classes. You're going to have 3 assignments. Can it be daunting? Yes, if you're taking 2 or 3 or 4 classes from the certificate, it can be daunting. So just make sure you're good with your time management. But I want to tell you something. I made it very manageable because I only make one assignment more intense and then I give you an easier assignment. Okay, so even though there's 3 assignments here, One of them is going to require you, for example, your SWOT analysis. This is no right or wrong. You're already going to have an A just by doing it, because this is your own personal analysis of what your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your barriers are. So this is just between you and me. No one is going to see that. And I provide feedback because I have my background as a career advisor. And then you're going to do a class exercise together. You're going to follow the Google Docs, and you have to know what colloquial language is. And I submitted a sample there from a previous class. So I try to make it easier for you. I provide examples. I do tutorials so you could see how you translate. So please make sure you follow those, that you review all the material, because it is there for a purpose. But you still have to come to Canvas, and you have to answer some questions for class exercise 1 for all the exercises that I send you somewhere on Google Docs or wherever I send you to do it. You still have to answer some questions to get the full grade. The discussion, every week we're required to have a discussion, because this is an asynchronous class. It's a requirement. You have that for all your classes. I already talked to you about my pet peeve. So make sure you participate in the discussion. Are there going to be some topics that are similar to BA 130? Yes, there are going to be some topics, but that's why I put here. Choose a different one than BA 131. Okay? Because there are a couple of assignments that are going to ask you either for a podcast or for a TED Talk, but there's a list. Okay, so I don't want you to be repetitive. I want you to do different things for both classes. I don't want you to be submitting the exact same thing except in your introduction. You can, if you have both classes for the introduction for week 1, yes, you can post the same. And I say it there, I explained it. So make sure you review your syllabus, and also you're going to have a syllabus quiz due at the end of module 2. So I need to leave the student view because it's not showing it. The class is not published yet. So a lot of the things don't show there for me to share with you. So this is all going to show published once the course starts. You're going to see my welcome video here in the course information. Please look at my portfolio, my bio. I want you to know what experience I have. And also very important here, the student lounge as the professor discussion. So here I'm going to post things that are general for everybody to know. Instead of sending you an announcement, I'm going to post like job announcements here. And here I encourage you, if you have a question about the syllabus or need clarification, please post it here. Something that from the answer everyone can benefit. Or get into the habit of writing in the Pronto app. I highly recommend that you download the Pronto app here in your smartphone as well, because this is how we communicate outside of the classes, like our little private chat, and we could post things there. So in the past, I've seen students post job opportunities or events in the community in the Pronto app, and that is totally allowable, just the same as you could do here in the student lounge. Very important for those that are new to please take the SAC online orientation, and I provide you with 100 points. This is extra credit. You're not required to take it, but it's this extra credit, and I entered those points manually. Okay, so every module, at the end of each module, you're going to have a course summary, because I want you to make sure that you learn what you're supposed to learn, and then ask yourself, do I still have questions? Again, this is an OER class, open educational resources, no textbooks. So we provide you with information here of different glossaries. You all have different goals, so but still we want to make sure that you all have access to the different glossaries there. It doesn't matter your industry, okay? And here, a refresher for those of you that need more help in Spanish, that are not as fluent. Please review the grammar. Again, this is not a Spanish grammar class. You're already supposed to come with that. It's highly recommended that you're fluent in both languages, or you are going to struggle with the writing part. Okay, because you are going to have to translate and do interpreting, and doing it on Google Translate is not going to get you an A, because there are many, many errors that only if you're fluent you're going to catch. So here, for example, in module 1, like I said, I follow the same format for every module. Please start at the beginning. Okay, this video is right here, review of syllabus, and then you go on your module 1, you're going to see the material that is listed there, and then the video lectures, and here is a little summary of the key concepts. What should you know? What should you know by now? What do you need to review? And then the assignments, you're always going to have a class exercise, homework, and a discussion. And here you're going to have the study guide for the syllabus quiz. All the questions are here. Please review it. It is very important that I give you this quiz at the end of module 2, because in module 1 I want you to review it, get familiarized with the quiz, and then I'll open the quiz on by the end of module 2. Syllabus quiz, do it in a module 2. I'm gonna open it way before module 2, but it's due a week later. So just make sure that you get into the habit. Again, one of the exercises is a group exercise where everybody, you're going to see what everybody writes down on the Google slide for colloquial language. You're supposed to watch some videos for some context. I want you to share, especially if you're not from Mexico, what colloquial language do you use in your country of origin? Or if you don't happen to be from a country in Latin America, what colloquial language do you know? Have you heard in Spanish? The SWOT analysis, again, there's no right or wrong answer. Here is your own goals. Okay, so this is not something heavy that you're going to have to go and research. Neither maybe just the colloquial, but this comes really easy for those of you that already use colloquial language. And then your study guide, there's no surprises. I provide study guides for all my quizzes, and including the syllabus. And here in the discussion, okay, make sure again that you participate on time and that you provide your 2 responses to your classmates. So here in the home, I want you to know that yes, you're taking 2 classes if you're taking concurrently. And again, I encourage you to take a really deep reflection of where you are with what the demands that you have in your life. Everyone is different, jobs, home responsibilities. But if you think this is too much, to please consider taking an 8-week session with Professor Vargas that starts on April 15th. So this one to me is more of an introductory course. I do tell the students that there is a big difference with BA 131. Okay, so this one again is more of an introductory course for Spanish and English bilingual skills for a career as an interpreter or translator. Learn about the various industries that employ bilingual skills to provide interpreting and translating services for business, medical, legal, government, and education. Course includes proper translation of industry terminology, written and verbal translation techniques, because you're going to do written translations, but you're also going to practice interpreting, verbal interpreting, okay? Professional role in code of ethics, fluency in Spanish and English is strongly recommended, because just like you're going to be required to translate material from English to Spanish, you're going to do the same in a much lesser percentage of doing Spanish to English. And here are the learning outcomes. So make sure you review that. So thank you once again for taking this class. It's very important that when you go on your student view, your assignments are going to show up here. There's going to be a megaphone. So I post audios every week on the announcements. Get into the habit, because my students that have gotten an A, they all listen to the audio because I've asked them. They all listen to the audio where I give them feedback, and I said, okay, well, this is what you did. Okay, so that's intended for the whole class. And then I give you the heads up of what's coming, and I explain assignments just as I do in the video lectures. So let's say you already saw or read this assignment. You're going to come and click here. You already read it, okay, because there's going to be, as the class starts, there's going to be assignments here. And then you click on the to do. You also, when you go to calendar, you're going to see assignments here due every Sunday. They're going to start populating here once the class opens. So you'll see assignments every Sunday that are going to be populating there in your calendar. So time management is very important for this class. So don't forget to watch the welcome video, where I just go over a couple of things that are very that I'm planning to do for this spring 2024. But thank you so much for taking this class, and I look forward to meeting all of you virtually.